In recent years, with the continuous development of our country's petrochemical industry, ethylene capacity increases year by year. For the development of C5 petroleum resin in our country brought a vast space, now not only widely used in painting sealing, and it is also widely used in adhesives and other fields. Production process, cold polymerization process. Cold polymerization process is also known as catalytic polymerization process, using Fritz-Crafts catalyst. Neutralization by alkali washing by cationic polymerization, catalyst washing and refining. After removal of unreactants and oligomers, obtain a strong Dean resin. Cold polymerization raw material. It is from ethylene cracking C5 in 6 parts. Isolated solid Dean. The mass fraction of 6 parts of amvoline is generally 65% to 75%. Add monolefin or styrene. Adjust the softening temperature of the resin, relative molecular mass distribution and compatibility, etc. In a company, there are 6 volines, mass fraction of each component. N-pentene is 0.018%. N-pentane is 0.014%, isoprene is 0.735%. Dipentene is 0.6 to 0.2%, methylbutylene is 2.190%. Antipentadine is 44.542%. CPD is 0.450%. Instant pentadine is 27.4 to 0%. Cyclopentene is 17.491%. Cyclopentan is 3.658%. DCPD is 0.130%. Production of M-pentadine resin by cold polymerization process. The mass fraction of pentadine in the middle of the raw material is 50% to 75%. The maximum allowable mass fraction of isoprene is 3.0%. To prevent excessive cross-linking of pentadine resins, causes the solubility of pentadine resin, poor compatibility. Relative molecular mass is difficult to control. CPD and DCPD are more reactive. Therefore, it is required that the W and W in the raw materials are less than 2.0 to prevent the formation of a gel during polymerization and cause instability of DCPD resin. The viscosity becomes poor when cooperating with adhesives. Temperature of cold polymerization process, generally controlled at 20 to 60 degrees Celsius, to prevent gel formation and control the degree of polymerization. Polymerization is a strong exothermic reaction, usually by controlling raw materials or promoting. The addition rate of the agent forces external circulation. Control the reaction temperature by removing heat from the cooling medium. Catalysts in the cold polymerization process can be added directly. It can also be divided into fatty acids, ether-aldehyde and alkyl aluminum compounds, and other organic compounds. After complexation, adding a catalyst is more active, use less, and complex the catalyst into a liquid state. Easier to achieve continuous uniform addition than solid-state A1Cl3. More suitable for continuous production processes. 2-step polymerization process. C5 6 parts of ethylene cracking byproduct can be used to directly produce C5 petroleum resin because the CPD mass fraction in the 6 servings is as high as about 20%. Cold polymerization forms a gel. Therefore, the production of all component C5 petroleum resin, usually through 2-step aggregation. The first step is to heat polymerize 6 parts of C5. Synthesis of dimers, trimers, and tetramers. Then the dimer. Catalytic polymerization of trimers and tetramers. Catalytic polymerization routes in 2-step polymerization. And cold polymerization production room. The route of Volene resin is basically the same. However, there are significant differences in processing conditions. CPDTUREDCPD can be obtained from ethylene cracking C5 or ethylene cracking C9. It's more reactive. Catalytic polymerization is easy to form gels. CPD and DCPD have good thermal polymerization properties. C5 or C96 minutes W and W above 35.0%. C5 petroleum resin can be produced by thermal polymerization. The hot polymerization process does not require a catalyst. Catalyst-free removal problem. Water-free processing is simple and economical. However, the reaction temperature and pressure are higher. Long reaction time. The product has darker colors. Limited use in some areas. The literature proposes that free group polymerization with peroxide initiators. The initiator is cumene peroxide, benzoyl peroxide, etc. The prepared product is light and bright in color. The above is to sort out the information about the C5 oil tree for you. Some information on the preparation process of fat. I hope this will be of some help.